Time travelers, how ancient civilizations secretly designed your life. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Check your phone? Brush your teeth? Have a coffee? Now imagine if all those actions connected you to a world thousands of years old. Sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, right? But it's real. From the alarm that wakes you, thank you ancient China, to the coffee that fuels your morning, ancient Ethiopia, we owe you big, your everyday routine is a living testament to ancient ingenuity. I bet you didn't realize just how deeply ancient history is woven into your daily routine. But before we dive deeper, I want to hear from you. What's one thing in your morning routine that could have ancient roots? Let's embark on a time-traveling adventure to uncover the hidden ancient roots of your modern life. Now picture this. You wake up, glance at your clock, and see nothing. No numbers, no ticking hands. Just a blank, lifeless face staring back. Feels disorienting, doesn't it? Without ancient civilizations, this nightmare scenario wouldn't just be a bad dream. It would be reality. Let's go back to ancient Egypt. Under the blazing sun, they divided their days into 24 parts. 12 for light, 12 for darkness. Simple, brilliant, and the backbone of the 24-hour day we rely on. But wait, the Babylonians, ever the math geeks, took it further. Obsessed with the number 60, probably because it's divisible by so many numbers, they divided hours into 60 minutes and minutes into 60 seconds. Next time you're anxiously watching the seconds tick by, you can blame them. Now let's see if you can feel the impact of Babylonian timekeeping. Grab your phone, set a timer for 60 seconds, and feel the tension as those seconds tick by. How close did you get to the pace they set all those years ago? Drop your results in the comments below, and let's compare how time feels now versus then. When day turned to night, ancient Egyptians didn't stop. They got inventive with sundials and water clocks, tools that transformed the passage of time into something you could measure. Imagine being among the first people to hold time in your hands. What a revolutionary feeling. Speaking of time, here's a fun thought experiment. Why 7 days in a week? It's not tied to nature like the months or years. The Babylonians observed the moon's phases, changing roughly every 7 days, and voila, our weekly rhythm was born. React with a thumbs up emoji if you already knew this, or shocked face emoji if your mind is blown. Now let's shift gears. Imagine heading to a polling station to vote, only for it to vanish into thin air. No voting booths, no ballots, no democracy. Why? Because ancient Greece has been erased from history. In Athens, around 500 BCE, an electrifying idea was born. Democracy, literally people power. Citizens gathered to debate, vote, and decide on the future of their city. It wasn't perfect, but it was revolutionary. Without it, modern political systems might look unrecognizable. Now picture the fiery debates at Plato's Academy or Aristotle's Lyceum. Philosophers wrestling with ideas of justice, leadership, and citizenship. It's a reminder that the rights and responsibilities we take for granted today were once radical concepts fought for and refined over centuries. Ancient Greece set the stage for democracy as we know it today, but how would you do it differently? If you could implement one ancient rule in today's world, what would it be? Share your idea below, and let's spark a conversation on how we can learn from the past. Words are powerful, but imagine life without them. No texts, no tweets, no written records. Now let's thank ancient Phoenicia for rescuing us from that nightmare. Their alphabet, a simple system of 22 consonants, was revolutionary, paving the way for almost every modern language. The Romans adopted it, evolving it into Latin, the zombie language that refuses to die. From Spanish to Italian and even English, Latin's DNA is everywhere. Even your emojis owe their roots to ancient civilizations. Think of Egyptian hieroglyphs or Chinese characters, visual symbols communicating ideas long before modern tech. Emojis are just the latest chapter in a story that began thousands of years ago. Words shape our world, and emojis are the modern version of ancient symbols. Think you can capture the essence of an ancient civilization using only emojis? Drop your creative sentence below, and I'll pick the most inventive one for a shout-out in our next video. But language isn't just a tool for communicating, it shapes how we think. Consider the Greek distinction between bios, physical life, and zoe, spiritual life. This idea of life having different dimensions influenced how they viewed existence, and it's embedded in words like biology and zoology. Or take the word citizen, derived from the Latin civis. It's more than just a legal status, it's about rights and responsibilities, a concept inherited from ancient Rome. So, the next time you hear the word citizen, remember, it carries with it centuries of tradition and thought. Now think about the technology we use today. What would our world be like without the wheel? The ancient Sumerians, inventors of one of the earliest forms of writing, didn't just leave us their cuneiform tablets, they also gave us the wheel, the very thing that powers our vehicles and machines. Imagine trying to get through your day without modern transportation. No cars, no bikes, no planes. That world might sound ancient, but it's one we owe a great deal to the ingenuity of early civilizations like Sumer, Mesopotamia, and beyond. And speaking of travel, did you know that the idea of roads, paved, structured, and built for easy movement, has ancient origins too? The Romans mastered road construction, creating over 250,000 miles of roads across their empire, many of which are still in use today. They knew what we know now. The foundation of a great civilization lies in how well its people can connect with each other. Think about that next time you drive to work. The road beneath you? That's ancient Rome's legacy. From the towering pyramids of Egypt to the iconic columns of Greece, ancient architecture still resonates in our cities today. But it's not just about how things look, it's about how they were built. The Romans didn't just invent concrete, they perfected it. Roman concrete was used in structures that still stand to this day, including the Pantheon. Their innovation in building materials allowed them to create massive structures, many of which were designed for functionality, comfort, and even beauty. Today, our skyscrapers, bridges, and tunnels stand as testaments to that same spirit of innovation. It's hard to look at a modern building without seeing the fingerprints of ancient builders who set the foundations for everything we take for granted. As we wrap up, it's clear that ancient civilizations are more than just distant echoes. They're the architects of our modern world. Their ideas, inventions, and discoveries shape everything from how we keep track of time to the words we speak and the buildings we live in. So, which ancient innovation blew your mind? Drop a comment with the fact that surprised you the most, and let's keep the conversation going. And if you know someone who loves history as much as we do, share this video with them, because the forgotten roots that built our world deserve to be remembered. Let's keep exploring together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.